Here's Greg Anderson. You're on board. He's going to go side by side with Warren Johnson, and Mike Dunn refuses to move his do or done line.
I might move it up if somebody doesn't do better in this race. We'll be right below Jason the way he's been running.
The battle in pro stock for the points, and you're now there with Greg. They're kind of bolstered because they've got their owner with them this weekend, who has had just a valiant fight with his health after a stroke 2 years ago. It's so good to see Ken out here.
Absolutely. Ken Black, the owner of that team. But right now, Warren Johnson, he looks like he's starting to get a little resurgent now. He's qualified in the number 10th. He came into this session in the top 8. Would love to move back into that top 8. Erica Enders has the number to beat there, a 6:56 with the 7. Oh, Greg just
let's see where Warren
spun the
goes.
tires.
Warren Johnson, a 6:58 at 209. He's going to stay 10th. His last round win was here a year ago, but remember, he's got 4 victories here at the Grove. The professor knows how to do it.
Boy, Greg Anderson, you actually heard him feather the throttle out there when that thing started to get loose. It was kind of impressive at that point, but he knew, hey, I'm not going to improve on anything, so I might as well just push the clutch in and set it up for tomorrow. Look at him bounce the front end there when he tried to feather that throttle. That was cool. Let's go on board and listen. That little feather on the throttle, that's kind of cool out of pro stock.
Probably a good thing we didn't have a microphone inside the car, isn't it? Look at the eyes. I mean, that's concern.
Yeah, and watch the front end when he does this, because he feathers the throttle and then it locks the clutch up and then gets back on and just picks the front end up one more time. Cool.
And here is Mike Edwards and Erica Enders. John Kernan.
And Paul, you know, talking with Erica Enders, right now we're at about a 72-degree track temperature. That's almost too cool for these cars. They really grab, you know, with the tires. And so what they've had to do, she told me they've actually backed down on the power a little bit to get maybe a little bit better launch, to get it to hook up more and to run a better time.
That was a great 60-foot.
6:54 for Edwards, 6:56 for Erica. Neither one improves on their position, but they are both in the top half of the field at 3rd and at 8th.
Watch Erica Enders on the launch. It's all about getting that wheel speed. We see a lot of that tire shake at the top of low gear, and that's exactly what we saw out of Erica Enders.
And the final pair of pro stock. It is Jason Line and Ronnie Humphrey who enjoyed a career best pass in session number 3 today. Back in the pits, I'm with Matt Hagan, the guy who, well, like many who come into Funny Car, look to John Force as kind of that motivating figure that gets you into this category. Well, apparently, you got him pretty motivated now. Does him stealing number 1 away from you sort of get you back up on the tire too?
Oh, we definitely want that back, that's for sure. You know, John is kind of the Michael Jordan of our sport out here. And, you know, we went toe-to-toe with this guy last year. We put on a hell of a fight, and, you know, he gave us one right back. So, you know, I'm glad to see him getting up in here and getting fired up. You know, we're definitely fired up. But we got to stay focused. We still have a job to do up there. It'd be nice to really come back here and, you know, and run low again. But, you know, all the stars and moon and everything's got to line up just right.
It's got to be pretty cool to have you motivate John Force, huh? Yeah?
Yeah, I guess, man.
Maybe not the best idea in the world, though. Jason Line and Ronnie Humphrey, 6:51 for Jason, 6:54 for Ronnie, and Line is low of the session and holds on to number 1. So here is the Lucas Oil Ladder in pro stock with Erica Enders and Shane Gray. They're in the countdown. Greg Anderson, Alan Johnson, again, countdown contenders, and Ron Krischer and Greg Stanfield. Wow.
And you're loaded up with countdown contenders on that side of the ladder, but Vincent Nobile, he's not going to have lane choice against Ronnie Humphrey. And then how about Mike Edwards? He's got lane choice against that red-hot Kurt Johnson.